Good morning, this is Dawn here for a continuation of our All Systems Go video series. We're continuing our look at the 8 C systems, Soul, Essence, Art, and Adventures. And these are life systems or solar systems. They support you in a reconnection to what matters most, your essential self, journey, and truth. Specifically, the C systems, which are 8 of the overall 24 life systems, are all about a reconnection to your essential truth and the love you are at your core. So today we're looking at the transformation map system. This is all about the journey of soul transformation. There is the journey to sacred wholeness we discussed in the wholeness map system, and that actually that journey is addressed by several of the life systems. And then there is the journey to soulful transformation. It's literally about revitalization and the radiant realization of who you are. And so the best reconnection to this is to connect to the love you are at your core and the essential truth that you have within you. So the transformation map system to connect to your essential truth includes momentum action pathways to make that journey to soulful transformation as you immerse yourself in all that is and grow back to source, or what I like to often call the ground of God. I'm not offended by the word God, so if you are, choose a different word there, life. And so it is a return also, but it's all about transformation and allowing that transformation, that process of becoming something more than it's an uncovering or a revelation, a revealing of the truth of who you are. So let's go through the 8 momentum action pathways that together create a map for transformation, this process of soul transformation from the inside out. So the first momentum action pathway is simply to stand in the stream of your life. And this is about welcoming the experiences that present and not necessarily jumping into judgment or definition or taking them apart, which is most definitely kind of my natural inclination in terms of how I was taught to understand life. And yet there's a new approach that we can take by simply standing in the stream of our lives and allowing the streams of our soul to be revealed and allow the experiences that do present themselves, allow the ebb and flow, trusting that all is well. The second momentum action pathway is about embracing the knowing and the not knowing. It's about seeing that both are reflections of the whole and that we can make this journey to soulful transformation by creating a bigger container to allow for the flow, the ebb and the flow, to allow for these seeming opposites that present themselves, such as knowing and not knowing, and the now and the not yet, and the past and the present, the past and the future, and the present. And so all of these ways that we define time and space and experience can be held. And so it's about embracing all of that. So stand in the stream of your life, embrace the knowing and the not knowing. Then number 3 is one of my favorites. Ask for the miracle. Ask for the miracle. Don't go short of the miracle. Just go for the big dream. Ask for the miracle. So release your attachments to any specific outcomes. So often that's where we think we're asking for what we think is a miracle, but we are so limiting in our way of understanding what is possible. So ask for the miracle. If you don't know what to ask for, just ask for a miracle. Ask for the miracle and release your attachment to any specific outcome, and anticipate a river of miracles that begins to flow in your life, through your life, as your life. And consider this: what if you are the miracle being born, being revealed right now, here as you are? So what if you went through this day and thought, I'm open for a miracle, and I'm open to seeing how I am the miracle? The 4th momentum action pathway is to practice spacious surrender. This happens in the day, in the hour, in the moment. Moment by moment, know that you are a free spirit and you need not fix yourself to some fixed circumference from some false center point that is within a temporal or time-based experience, but rather you are a free spirit bigger than that, bigger than any one experience, bigger even than this particular incarnation of who you are as a soul, in terms of being fixed to this sphere of experience that you're living or emanating right now, in the particular geographic location that you are in, from the particular family that you are from, with the particular friends and work environment and other ways of expressing yourself that are where you find yourself now, that you're more than that. And to know that by practicing a spacious surrender and seeing yourself as a free spirit, you're actually bringing more and more and more of you to life, to your present circumstance that is very grounded in the specifics of where you find yourself to be. But you become more and more you by entering into that spacious surrender and by seeing yourself as a free spirit that is unlimited and unbound by a fixed circumference. The fifth momentum action pathway is to cultivate the seeds of an essential truth planted in you. Trust that those seeds, sacred seeds of essence within you, were entrusted to you for a reason, for a divine purpose, which you may or may not understand. But the truth is that you and only you come bearing your particular fine gifts of original design. And there is a timeless truth within you that is meant to be shared here and now, because together, collectively, we are weaving a timeless tapestry of truth, or a tapestry of timeless truth. I often say that backwards. A tapestry of timeless truths that is created. That tapestry of timeless truths is created in time, because that's how we find ourselves in this reality of earth. And so it is created in time through the specificity of us sharing fine gifts of original design. So you see how that works? We're creating a tapestry of timeless truths by sharing our essential truth, each of us uniquely, in this unique time and unique space or environment, wherever we find ourselves to be. But it's not, do you see how it's rippling out? It's not just affecting here and now. It is affecting here and now, as we are being the change that we wish to see, for example, to use Gandhi's phrase. But it is also about more than that. Really what you're doing is tapping that free spirit, that eternal soul self that you are. And so this is about, let's go back. We're standing in the stream of your life. You're embracing the knowing and the not knowing. You're asking for the miracle and realizing you are the miracle. You're practicing a spacious surrender by not attaching your identity to a fixed circumference. And you're cultivating the seeds of an essential truth planted in you. You're cultivating that and cultivating it and cultivating. And as you turn your attention to that inner soul garden and you do those soul gardening practices and cultivate you from your core, you are bringing more and more of you to this reality, which is a gift that extends beyond this time and this space. It's creating what I like to think of as a legacy of love that will live long beyond, the actual parameters of your birth and death, because you're not going to stop when you're birth and death. That's not the whole of you. That's the whole basis or foundation for these life systems. They are very practical and very much about thriving in your life and in your life's work here and now, but they also extend beyond this. And so I'm just inviting you to see that it's so much more than we have ever imagined before. So the fifth momentum action pathway was to cultivate the seeds of an essential truth planted within you. The sixth momentum action pathway of the transformation map system, which is all about the journey of soulful transformation, is to experience grace, to open your heart. And as you practice this loving kindness toward yourself and you're being in practice and in process with this journey of soulful transformation, and respecting that others are on their own journeys of soulful transformation. As you do that and practice loving kindness toward yourself and others, you come to understand what it is to be held in an infinite grace. You begin to, if you choose, to practice the presence of God, essentially, and to practice presence to the wonder and the beauty of this life. And as you do so, you open your heart to receive more and more grace within that spaciousness that you've stepped into. The seventh momentum action pathway is to release day by day all that is no longer needed. So as you're opening your heart to receive gifts and guidance and gracious presence, you're also releasing your attachment to what you held on to so tightly because you thought it was imperative, that your very survival was tied somehow to the holding on to certain things, when in fact, when you release these things, even if they're in your life still, but when you release your attachment to those things, there is so much freed up, and you are able to experience the joy and the wonder and the beauty and the mystery of your life. So every day, release what is no longer needed, or at least release your attachment to that thing, person, place, or thing. And then finally, the eighth momentum action pathway in the transformation map system is to walk in the way of your life. Trust that the way is always opening up, and then celebrate this whole new way of freeing yourself. So that is the transformation map system to connect to your essential truth, pathways to make that journey to soulful transformation as you immerse yourself in all that is. So this is all about expanding your worldview and then grow back to source, grow back to the ground of God. So isn't that interesting how as we release our attachments and create a bigger canvas, if you will, to live our life upon, and release our fixed interpretations of our lives and how they should look and how they should be. I used to have a very, very specific and narrow view of what my life should look like. And if I judged myself by that narrow view now, yeah, it's not my reality. And yet I am so much more free. I am so much more joyful. Every day I so celebrate this journey of soulful transformation, these two simultaneous journeys that we're all making, the journey back to the remembrance of our sacred wholeness and the journey to the radical reclamation and the radiant realization of who we are through this soulful transformation, this journey of soulful transformation. And in a sense, you can look at the journey to sacred wholeness as being an inward journey, and the journey to soulful transformation being the outward journey. And they are both happening at once and held within the sphere, held within this infinite grace. You are, as the miracle, held within that sphere of infinite grace. So let me repeat the 8 momentum action pathways that comprise the transformation map system. Number 1, stand in the stream of your life. Number 2, embrace the knowing and the not knowing. Number 3, ask for the miracle and know that you are the miracle. Number 4, practice spacious surrender. Number 5, cultivate the seeds of an essential truth planted within you. Number 6, experience grace. Number 7, release day by day all that is no longer needed or required for your journey forward from here. And the 8th momentum action pathway, walk in the way of your life. I will see you tomorrow when we are going to talk about the revitalization map system, another really, really good one. So I'll see you then. Take care. Have a great day.